Here at home, the state's largest school district is pushing state leaders to put the COVID-19 vaccine on their list of required school inoculations.
Fox 13's Jennifer Lee has more on how soon we may see a vaccine requirement for students.
Janet Crisp and her son Benjamin would support a COVID-19 vaccine requirement at school. He's a high school student in Seattle.
It's a very contagious disease, and we know that it spreads in community settings. So yeah, I'm completely behind having a vaccine requirement for COVID.
The Washington State Board of Health is coordinating with DOH to start the process of forming an advisory group to consider adding the COVID-19 vaccine to the state's list of immunizations students must receive before attending school. A conversation the Seattle School Board has been engaging community groups on the last 2 weeks.
What we are doing is everything in our power to ensure that not one child dies or has long-lasting, lifelong effects from a completely and utterly preventable disease.
Heather Grayson is a parent in the Fife Public School District. Her son Jackson is 10 and right now has no plans to get him vaccinated.
If any parent wants to get their child vaccinated, sure, go for it. Anybody around me that's vaccinated, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. The problems that I have is when it's being mandated and shoved down our throats, whether it's our kids or us and jobs and everything else. That's where I have an issue. State
Superintendent Chris Reichdahl supports vaccinating children, but says the process of getting the vaccine on the state's list will take some time.
I do not anticipate a mandate this school year. It may not even come early next year, but the kind of timing they've historically used at the State Board of Health tells me they'll go through a very rigorous process. They'll see it in not just the clinical trial setting. They're going to look at it now that it's out there across all of the United States. Now, they're going to do this well, and if it becomes a requirement by next school year, it will have gone through the same full process that all the other vaccine requirements go through.
In Seattle, Jennifer Lee, Fox 13 News.
The coronavirus vaccine for children 12 and up and those between the ages of 5 and 11 are currently being administered under emergency use authorization. State leaders would consider adding the vaccine to immunization requirements after full FDA and CDC approval.